Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Purrrlock Holmes, Purrrlock Trail. Purrrlock Trail is a fun little game for 2 to 5 players. It takes approximately half an hour to play, and it's a good little filler. It came out, I believe, last year, 2017. This isn't my absolute favourite game, but look, I enjoy it. It's a fun little game. It's something to think about, get your head around. I've played it as a 2-player experience. I've played it as a 5-player experience. I've found with the 2-player experience especially, it's really hard. With the 5-player experience, it's a bit easier. The reason it's really hard is the number of things that you have to achieve changes with the number of people that are at the table. But the change is only adding 1 per player or in that kind of vicinity, which means that when you've got a 5-player game going, it's a lot easier for all 5 people to catch up to Purrrlock. What you're trying to do is solve the mystery, solve what is on your card before Purrrlock gets to the end of the trail. So he's going to move once every time we get around to him. So what that means, if we've got a 5-player game, there's 5 people having a go before we get up to Purrrlock, which means if every one of those 5 people has a guess and is correct, we're within spitting distance of him. Whereas in a 2-player game, there's that much further to go before you catch up to Purrrlock. So even if you're working really hard, it's actually really difficult as a 2-player experience to catch up to it. That doesn't mean I dislike the 2-player experience. I do like the 2-player experience. I just find it a lot harder. So it's something to bear in mind if you are to play this game. The game itself has an element that I talk about in the part 1 video that it's very briefly talked about, but the end of the game, if you win, then you turn over the gold card, I think it is, the Purrrlock, and there's a gold card saying, hey, you won, yay! Or if you lose, there's a red one saying, oh, you lost. And it just seems really why. It feels like there's a back of a card and they weren't quite sure what to do with it, so they put that in, or it's the only element in this game that I actually really dislike, and I vehemently dislike it. I was like, ah, gross, it's yuck, because it means nothing to the game. It means nothing to the way we play. It means nothing to the way that the game looks on the table. It just means nothing. And I don't like it. I really, really, really strongly dislike the fact that that's there. Now, if you ignore that, ignore the, you win, you get a gold one, go and play again, yay. Ignore that altogether. The game is actually fine. The game sits nicely on the table. It plays relatively quickly. When I played with 5 players, I found that while one person was playing, the others were having a conversation, which I don't know if it irked me or what was happening, but it didn't really feel like they were absolutely involved in the game. It felt like they were just kind of playing the game. This really does require that everyone at the table is involved. So if I have a guess at what my card is, other people are actually responding rather than, hey, you need to, yeah, this is my guess. That kind of thing, it irked me a little bit, but you know what, I'll get over it. It sat on the table, it played, the people playing it had a bit of fun, and then we moved on. So look, this is in the middle of my games. It's not right at the top, definitely. It's definitely not at the bottom, because it's a game that I will play, and I will play it again and again and again. My daughter really enjoyed playing this when we were playing as a 2-player experience. She really enjoyed it. So she's 14 at the moment, and turning 15 this year. You know, that kind of level of gamer. She plays well, don't misunderstand me. She is a gamer, but she enjoyed this game. So there's space in the shelf for it. That's different to any other game that I have, and I do actually really quite enjoy playing that. This game has been actually requested that I do a video of this game to help with the rules, to help explain how the rules go. And I see why. I've reading the rules. It's actually, it doesn't quite make sense in my head, and I'm assuming in the heads of the people who have sent me the email. So it doesn't quite make sense. Once you get past that, once you understand what you're doing, suddenly it makes sense, suddenly it sits okay on the table. There's just a couple of question marks over I guess it's the wording in the rules booklet, or there's something, it feels like you're, it's about the passing of the cards, and cards go here and here. It feels really awkward. But as soon as you watch it, you go, oh yeah, I get that. That's really easy. I understand it. Look, I think I might leave it there. Go on and watch my Gamesplained for Purrrlock Holmes to see if you'll like it, see if you'll enjoy it. As I say before, I really like it. I think it's a fine game for the space that it fits in, which is before you play a real main game. Okay, if you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm Gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.